The music news for the streets, the music news for your beats, the news for the music stuff that you gonna need. We gon' talk about plugins, we gon' talk about gear. If it's news on this music, we gon' talk about it here. Let's go.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Here to bring you guys 35 free plugins for November 2024. I do know that this time of year, most companies always have great Black Friday deals, but during November and December, we typically get the best freebies too, where companies are giving away paid plugins and stuff like that for free. So I got a bunch of limited time offers and stuff like that today. But the first freebie I have for you guys today is an absolute banger. It's from Dawsome and it's called Zyklop. So when you take a look at Zyklop, it is going to look like this. This thing basically does resynthesis and model learning and stuff like that. It is free. And it is a stripped down version of Myth, which is their full size synthesizer like this. So those that don't know, Zyklop is somewhat a stripped down version offering single iris rather than two, fewer modules and slots, fixed modulation sources, and a max polyphony of 8 voices. For Dawsome newcomers, here's a quick breakdown. The iris is a visualization of Zyklop's nonlinear synthesis engine, which is the same resynthesis V2 engine found in Myth. Zyklop allows you to drag and drop any sample into the iris to create a new sound or modify an existing preset. Zyklop employs machine learning to analyze your sample before the resynthesis. So let's go ahead and hop into FL Studio, check this thing out. So when you open it up, it is going to look like this. Basically, you know what I'm saying? We can come over here. It's got a bunch of different presets. Let me go ahead and throw my headphones on real quick. So here are some of the presets. All right, so this thing's gonna come with a whole bunch of different presets in it. So as we look here in the browser, you're gonna get all these presets, but what makes this dope is that you can drop your own sounds in there and change them. So, you know, you got different basses and stuff like that. But with this, let's just go ahead and come to this init real quick. So the initialize patch, it sounds like this. All right, but I can throw a sound in here. So see if I come over here and I drag a sound. So I'm gonna drag that bass, and you've got 2 different resynthesis engines that you can use. So let's go ahead and drop it in the first one. And it sounded like this before. And now it sounds like, right? So we can come back to init again, and then we can run it to the second synthesis. So you see how they both make them sound different. You've got a bunch of different controls and stuff under here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit init again, just so I can get a different sound to go through this with. So we're gonna take this sound right here, drop it over here into the resynthesis version 2. Now you have a bunch of different controls here, and what's cool about these controls is you see down here at the bottom, it tells you what each one of them does. So this just changes the playback and where it's going to start playing back at. Then you have controls over the transformer, which basically changes the timbre. Then you have more stuff that you can just keep messing with. So you see how quickly we change this noise right here into this. Now you've got a bunch of other stuff under here. I mean, you've got a bunch of controls that you can mess with. I'm not gonna go through all this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I just downloaded this about 20 minutes. I was gonna shoot this video yesterday, but I knew this was coming out and I wanted to make sure I put this in the video first because this thing is really solid. You've got different ARP controls down here, so you can turn your ARP on. And then you can just mess with a lot with octaves and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna mess with it on this sound too much because this sound kind of, you know, sounds kind of wild. But you got FX and stuff here too. So you can come over here, you can find yourself a phaser if you want one. You can get other stuff over here too as well. So if we wanted to, we could grab, let's grab this chorus too. So I'll play just a couple more presets in this thing. This thing is fire. I'm not doing it justice, but this thing is pretty dope. Just some fire sounds in here. Just some fire sounds, different kinds of stuff. You got some acoustic stuff in here. Just a bunch of fire stuff. I'm not going to go any more in depth in this. I think I'll spend a bunch of time on that when I got a bunch of other stuff to go on, but I would recommend everybody go grab this right away. It's got the model learning. It's got the resynthesis engines. It's got a bunch of effects. It's got a bunch of stuff that you can use. I mean, you can look at all the functionality. You got modulations, filters, oscillators. You just got different LFOs over here. You got a whole lot of stuff. All these things are different controls. You've got a lot to create the sound that you want. I definitely recommend grabbing this one. All right, guys, and the next freebie that I have for you guys today is actually 24 plugins in one. It is a very solid deal. The good people over at Audio Plugin Deals and IK Multimedia are giving away Mixbox SE for free. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So Mixbox SE is basically a channel strip, and the stripped down version is going to come with 24 different effects. It's a very solid product. I do use Mixbox. I didn't necessarily put together anything with the Mixbox because it's 24 plugins in one, and I have the full version. I didn't want to go through just trying to find, the versions in the SE, but this thing is very solid. Again, you're going to get a lot with this. I did take the time to find out what you're going to get, but as you see, it's going to be just channel strips like this, and you can set the channel strip up however you want to. What are you going to get in this Mixbox Special Edition? Well, obviously you have CS and you have Mixbox, and then you have the Special Edition. And this one, you're going to get a British Tube Lead, you're going to get Flexi Amp, you're going to get a Preamp, you're going to get SVT Classic, you're going to get a channel strip, you're going to get digital delay, you're going to get distortion, a lo-fi effect, you're going to get British Dynamics, you're going to get a limiter, you're going to get white 2A. I'm not necessarily sure what that is. I'm not sure if that's a 2A, LA 2A. You're going to get a parametric EQ. You're going to get this envelope filter. You're going to get a filter phaser. You're going to get wall 47. You're going to get chorus. You're going to get an electric flanger, ensemble, and you're going to get this phaser. You're going to get a slicer. You get ambience. You get digital reverb. You get plate reverb. And then you'll also get a saturator X. So this is one I definitely recommend grabbing because it is solid. Normally it costs $99 to buy this. Don't sleep on this one, y'all. This is another banger. When I tell y'all it's a for real banger, go grab it because you can do so much with this channel strip. It's fire. It really is. All right, guys. And the next freebie that I have for you guys today comes from Venus Theories, and it's from his Aura series. It's called Volt. So when you open up Aura's Volt, you're going to need the decent sampler for this. But it's basically some presets that Venus made. They're all pretty solid. So I'll play a few of the presets for you guys. So with this, as you see, you get control over your amplitude. You get a couple of different volumes. So you get dynamics. And then you also get effects over here. So you get control over your delay, your time of your delay, your reverb. You can change the kind of reverb and everything like that. But let's check out some more of these presets. Sorry, I don't have my Midi keyboard hooked up, so I'm just hitting my keyboard. And so, That sounds fire in those low notes. Let's go pick some of these at random. Check out this roar. Phoenix always has some solid sounds. I will give him that. Let's listen to this one. Solid stuff as always. Venus always has some good stuff out there. You know, another one I recommend checking out. And if you didn't get the first version of this, like the first auras, I'd recommend grabbing that one too. And up next for you guys, I got a pretty solid reverb. This one comes from Wave Alchemy. It's called Magic 7. So as you see here, Magic 7 is going to look like this. As they explain it, it basically emulates the legendary Briscotti M7 reverb. Instantly bring three-dimensional depth to your music effortlessly. Move between focus, tight, drum spaces, airy vocals, ambience, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to play this on a guitar today. Normally I'd put out drums and all this other stuff. I'm kind of doing some side stuff in my life, some side work on, you know, getting ready for Christmas and stuff. So I didn't have time to make like a demo beat like I normally would. But this is what this guitar sounded like without the Magic 7 on there. So once we throw the Magic 7 on there, we get it to sound like. So what's cool is you got duck, you got smooth, you can mix. Obviously, you've got this flux control. You can go between flux and ensemble. You've got, you know what I'm saying, your low and your high end that you can control. Pre-delay, all that stuff that typically comes with your reverbs. You get a bunch of different hall or space types. And then you also get like different reverb types too as well. So let's go ahead and change some of these up. So you get a bunch of different presets in here too. So you get some drum presets, you get some delay space, you get just different stuff. So a pretty solid reverb. I'm sorry I didn't test out on any drums for you guys today, but it emulates a classic reverb that's been used on a ton of drums over the years. So if you were looking for something like this, it is there for you. All right, guys, the next freebie I have for you guys today is only good for a limited time only. I don't have the date in front of me, but I believe somewhere around December 5th or something like that, this won't be free anymore. It's from UJam, and it is called Groovemate 1. So what is this, you may ask? Well, this is basically a percussion machine. So as you see here, if I push down each one of these, so basically this thing can make percussion for you. And so I can hit this full right here, or I can hit this busy. And you can use this right here in order to add grooves to your beats, whether it's hip hop or R&B or house or whatever it is. This thing just, you know what I'm saying, makes it easier to put percussion loops together. You get a few different combinations in here. So you get some things are just shakers, some you get like all kinds of different rhythms and grooves and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and hit this one, shut this out real quick. And then you can mess with the mix down here. So you can go with fattening, you can go with You got control over different kinds of reverbs. Check out another one. So it's just got a bunch of different grooves and rhythms in here that you can mess with. So if you struggle putting together percussion loops and stuff like that, this might be something that you want to check out because it can get you some quick grooves that you can add on to like the chorus areas of your song. Or like, let's say you just have breakdowns where you're taking all the drums and everything else out and you want to have some kind of original rhythm in there. You can use this to set up a verse, or, you know what I'm saying, to build up your drops and all that other stuff too. All right, guys, up next, I've got 4 free plugins for you guys. It looks like Rompler and Hit Boy have teamed up to make 4 plugins called Hit Keys, Hit Bass, Hit Pads, and Hit Mallets. I did a full review on this in a walkthrough, and I did a whole bunch of sounds and stuff like that and walk through them. But I figured I needed to bring this up in the November freebies too, because this is pretty solid. Somebody in the comment section though was like, the sounds are whack. And I sincerely question y'all sometimes, because it's like, these sounds were used in Billboard charting songs. How are you gonna say sounds in Billboard charting songs are whack? I'm just saying, I wanna hear your sound selection, you know? But basically I made a little sample beat in that video, so I'm just gonna play this. I used the bass, it looks like this. I used the keys, I used the mallets in this. I'll just give you a quick sound demo since I already had it up. So all the melodic sounds in the bass and everything came from the Hit Boy plugins. As we take a look here at the plugins, it's gonna look like this. You're gonna have a bunch of different keys. But you're gonna get different pianos, all kinds of different stuff that you can use. I mean, from jazz EPs to soul EPs to all kinds of EPs, you're gonna get everything that you want with these plugins. The basses are all fire, the pads sound good, and the mallets sound good too. Again, I've done a full review on this. You can check that on the video, but I definitely recommend checking that out. All right, guys, if you've stuck with me this far, I've also got a free giveaway for you guys. I should have mentioned this earlier. I don't know if you guys seen the video that I posted the other day on Ember by Yum Audio. Well, as you see here, I'm also doing a giveaway for Ember. So I'm giving away 3 free copies of Ember. All you gotta do is check out this video and you can see how you can enter the contest. It's absolutely free to win. This is a very solid synthesizer. I think it cost $129. So giving away 3 free copies. I want everybody who can enter to enter in the contest. So I'll leave a card link to that too in the video and in the description. So if you guys wanted to enter that contest, you can go watch the video and see how you can enter the contest. But up next, I've got another freebie for you guys today. This one comes from Rigid Audio, and it is called Pad Therapy. This thing is solid. If you're looking for some pads, it's only free for a limited time. Some of the pads sound like this. So let's check out some more of them. So I like on this how you get the random feature too. So bam, I can hit random and it's gonna change this up for me. Hit it again. We can randomize everything. Fire. So with this too, as you can see, you can layer up different pads with this thing to change up the way it sounds too. This thing has some fire pads in it, y'all. I could get lost in these pads all day. Just a very solid, you know what I'm saying, Contact library. You can use it for the free version of Contact. This is only free for a limited time as well. I don't have the end date on it, but if you're looking for some solid pads, this is the way to go. All right, guys, up next for you guys today, it looks like Audio Modern dropped a free library for their Soundbox plugin, which will allow you guys to get Soundbox for free. I know there was a huge controversy when this came out because they told all of us that it was free, but we didn't know that you had to buy a library in order to get it for free. Well, now they're offering a free library so that you can actually get a Soundbox and use it. So the only things that you won't be able to use in this version for free, it says version 1.04 unlocks all features for free other than the sample and mapping editor. This change means that users can harness almost all the power of Soundbox when downloading free Mechania. So let's go ahead and pull this thing up in FL Studio. So bam, I have it up in FL Studio. I'm absolutely not going through a full walkthrough of Soundbox again. I've done a full video on it. I think that this is a very solid tool, but I will let you guys hear some of the presets in here. So let's go ahead and start with this one. So that's some of the sounds in there. Again, like I said before, I've done a full review on this and a walkthrough to totally explain this plugin. So if you're interested in checking that out, it's on the channel. Go ahead and check it out. And the last freebie that I have for you guys today comes from Fractured Sounds. It is for the free Contact player and it is called String Trio. So when you open up String Trio, it is going to look like this and it sounds like so you've got different controls, so you can go sustain, staccato, and pizzicato. You have to just make sure that the square is highlighted so that you can see what you are playing or which style you're playing. So you have color. You've got stereo width. You've got dynamics. You have some more controls over here, and this is just the tightness and the dynamic response. And then you have different micings and stuff that you can use over here too as well. I mean, if you need a good string plugin, this one could probably get the job done for you. Fractured Sounds makes some really good stuff. This would just be another one. So that's what I got for you in today's November freebies. Hopefully I could help you guys out, because there are some absolute bangers that came out for free, like especially that Zyklop. That Mixbox is fire. There's just so much. That M7 Reverb is solid. Venus Theories, the Hit Boy plugins, that Pad plugin. I mean, there was so much fire in this that hopefully you guys can get something that you guys enjoy. There's going to be more freebies coming out. Obviously, you guys know about Waves and all the other stuff. So I will cover the Waves plugin on Black Friday. I will also announce the winner of the giveaway on Black Friday. And I will do one last sale video on Black Friday. So I will combine all those videos into one, because there are some sales that just don't come out till Black Friday, and they're fire. There's some fire ones out there. So make sure if you guys do like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell, so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the keys.